Hello, I'm Peaceful Nik, the medium. Welcome to my live stream. I will be joined momentarily by Medium Kathi Behrens. We're going to be doing some Q&A and we're going to be doing some live readings. Hi, Molly. I got my red lips, girl. Kathy will be here just in a second. I'm so glad to see you. How's the boat? How's the boat? There's Kathy. All right, let me see. Okay. I want to hear the boat story from Molly. Can you hear me? Oh, there you are.
Hello.
Is it cold?
It's freezing.
Girl. Oh, Molly's getting her boat fixed up.
Oh.
I see. Well, I'm glad you have a place to stay. I bet it's warm down there. It was 85 here today.
Oh, really? It was like 50. So now it's even colder.
It's going to be 90, I think, on Thursday.
Mm.
So, welcome to summer, February. How are you doing, Kathy? What's going on over there?
Not too much. It's just cold here. We took Sailor to a friend's house to play with her 8-month-old lab puppy today. So.
Oh, I bet that was so fun.
Yeah, but it was so cold. But she had a blast. And you'd think she'd be tired, but she's not. So we might be hearing her.
Like a toddler forever. That's what my husband and I were thinking about getting a dog a couple years ago. And then our friend said, "Can you watch my dog for 4 days while I go out of town?" And it's a Cocker Spaniel, and she's so sweet and so smart. And hi, Kelly. And hi, everybody. And it was exhausting. And there were two of us. And it was summer, so we were both off work. So we had 24/7, both of us, to take care of one dog, two adults. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not. And she was an adult dog. She was potty trained. She didn't cry or whine at night. But it was like, I'm like, no. No. I need a little more time between my kids moving out and getting a dog. So, hi, Jane. So, anywho, so we're going to answer questions and then do some readings.
Sure.
I posted a video about our live like 6 or 7 hours ago, got like 114 views.
Yes, of course you can ask a question.
Yes. Ask away. And I want to thank you for helping me on my live. Was that last night? All the days are running together.
I know.
Well, me and Matt make up when he reaches out.
Ooh. Well, Peaceful Nik.
You want me to do my spiel? My answer, my standard answer for this is, okay, and I tell every single person, you can watch all my old videos. Hi, Sherry. I'm glad you're here. All right, so standard answer. Deal with your own trauma before you have an important relationship. Make sure your partner has dealt with their trauma. Get your education, get your occupation, get your finances in order, be able to live fully independently without another person that you depend on, if possible. That way, when you deal with your emotional stuff and your financial stuff and your education stuff, you will attract the right person for you at the right time. And if you attract somebody you think's the right person, you will quickly be able to discern whether or not they're the right person. And that's the answer I always give. What do you say, Kathy?
Let me just pick a quick card. I'm just drawing. I've got some. Let's do the Healing with Angels deck. I'll just pull a quick card. Let me see. What was Elisa? Me and Matt make up when he reaches out. Gosh, I don't even feel like I need a card, but let's see what the card says, okay? Interesting, Nik. Look at the card that came up. Soulmate.
Wow. That's awesome.
Here's the thing. If you put in the work, Elisa, like Nik was saying, if you are good with you and you put in the work, the relationship is going to work out.
Right. But he has to put in the work too.
Right.
That's the thing. We women are always caretakers and we want to do everything for everybody. And we teach people how they treat us. And if you teach someone to be dependent on you, you will be resentful later. Take this from an older lady who's been through this.
So it's a cute card, though. I love it. Look at that. You could just tell that he is taking care of her, right?
Yep.
He's got all the best intentions.
All right. I have 2 questions. One, how's my daughter-in-law? She will be 35 weeks on Thursday. Due date is the 20th of March. So that's coming up fast. So she's doing great. Her little belly's poking out. Thank you for asking. And Sherry, is she a CPA? We spoke earlier today.
Oh.
Said, I got one I never asked. Will I get in a new relationship? So, hi, Liz. Hi, Lydia. Hi, Diana. Okay, so I know I pulled a card for you earlier, Sherry. I will say, because I know your energy a little bit, you have to have somebody who can match your energy, but also be compatible, where if you're up and he's down, and then he's up and you're down, like you have to be able to be compatible with their energy. Oh, and the 2 cards just fell out. Oh my God, I think this card came out for you earlier, Sherry. Did I have a divinity card for you earlier? And trust your intuition. The universe guides you. I think I had this card for you earlier. Is that right? They both just fell out, this and then trust. So let me know. Hi, everybody. So Liz, when does Pisces end? March 21st or something? Yeah, I think I had this. I'll go back and look at the recording, but trust. So trust your intuition. So I would say if you're open to it, I wouldn't use an app. But I don't have any experience with dating apps because I've been married so long since before dating apps came out. So I don't know if those are good or not. He's got to be from Jersey. That's awesome. Yeah, so you never know. You never know. Just keep your options open. That's what I would say. Keep your options open. Keep your mind open.
So Diana had a question. Will I stay in this relationship or is there somebody else out there? So my first instinct when I read that question is what the relationship you're in now is a very stable relationship. And I feel like this is like a good friend, just missing maybe a little bit of that romantic spark. That's kind of what I'm feeling for you. So just let me pull a card and we'll see what the card says. And just let me know, Diana, if this is making sense. Okay. All right. Oh. So the card that came out for you is abundance, which for me, for you, means that you're going to have everything that you need in this relationship. You have an abundance of love. You have an abundance of security. I don't know. There's just something that you're looking elsewhere for or looking to get. I don't know. Maybe there's just a little tiny thing that you're not being fulfilled with. But sticking in this relationship proves to be abundant for you. And it seems like he's a good fit, a good match, and a good friend, right? And that's like what makes the relationship work. Do you have anything to add, Nicole?
I was sharing the live. But yeah, I mean, I trust your judgment. Basically.
So let me know if that resonates. Just be,
She said, yes, that's
just be
true.
aware. Okay. Be aware that everything that you have abundance. You have an abundance of security, love, trust. But there's just something that you might be looking for, but you shouldn't. Like, everything is good. Everything is good. You have an abundance of everything you need. And I just looked at my next card, and it's trust. And you have an abundance of that, where maybe in previous relationships you didn't. So it's a very important thing to have. So I think this is a good one for you, Diana.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're missing a spark, sometimes you have to fill up your own spark in a way. Like, you've been married a long time, Kathy. I've been married a long time. Sometimes it's just we're like, all right, now what? And sometimes you just have to try something new. Maybe go learn line dancing, or maybe go play bingo. Whatever. Do just get out and do something different, because we
Right.
tend to stagnate. And
Step out of your comfort zone and try something new. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Does anybody else have any questions regarding mediumship, spirituality, connecting to your loved ones or animals? Type your questions in the
What do you
chat.
have coming up, Kathy? What do you have, helping parents heal or anything?
Well, we have our spirit exchange on March 2nd, which is Sunday,
Yes.
1 o'clock, limited to only 25 people. And then, yes, I have my Helping Parents Heal gallery on Thursday, March 6th. So for any of you that have lost children or have children in spirit, and you're not a part of Helping Parents Heal, please check them out as helpingparentsheal.org. Very, very supportive organization with many, many resources.
Diana said, thank you. You just gave me the right answer. So your instincts are right on, as always. Beautiful. Amanda Bell said, have you connected to anyone who had Alzheimer's? Lost my mom to it. Many, many, many people. I know Kathy and myself have both connected with many people with Alzheimer's. And before we talk to you, Mandabelle, I will say that right now I have a buy one get one free mediumship reading. You buy a 30 or 40-minute purchase of 30 or 40-minute reading, 45-minute reading. You get a free one for yourself later or for a friend, if you want to give it away. And okay. Oh, I'm just reading the comments. I also have 20-minute mini readings available as well if you want something a little more reasonably priced. And I have one-on-one classes, and I have group classes where I teach mediumship. Please follow my YouTube channel. All my content is going to be over there more and more, and I will be live there tomorrow night at this time at 8 p.m. Eastern. Jane said, I can attest to helping parents heal is wonderful. Yes, Kathy's a certified reader for them, and she went through a heck of a process to get certified, so she is wonderful. And then Cherie wants to know if her soul dog comes around. So tell us about pets, Kathy.
Sure. First, can I go back to Mandabelle's question? Have you connected to anyone who had Alzheimer's, lost her mom to it? So, yes. And I want to assure you that when they come through, they're clear-minded, right? So they have shed the physical body and the physical illness and all that physicalness, and their soul is at peace. And there's no more suffering or struggling. Okay. So that's number one. And number two, just know that they can even connect with us and with you before they transition, because it's like what I've been described, or the information I've been given from souls and spirit, is that they kind of go back and forth between this physical world and the spirit world. So we can even communicate with them, even if they're nonverbal, before they actually fully transition. So just know that She's at peace. Her soul is free from that physical ailment, okay? And she's very much with you. So Cherie would love to know if my soul dog comes around. Of course, our animals are just like our people in spirit, right? They have a soul just like our people in spirit have a soul. And they're just as connected. So pay attention to your surroundings and the way you feel. And if you have other animals, pay attention how they act, or if you have children, because they're very connected to those other animals and children too, where they can actually see them, feel them. So just pay attention to how your other animals or even children react, because they can see the souls of your animals quite clearly.
And I love that answer. Can I add, I want to say hi to Love Base Wicca. That's my girl Lise. She's here. She's amazing. Everybody should follow her. Either the Mandabelle or Cherie. When we were talking to them, I kept seeing in my mind's eye a light flickering. So are either of you experiencing that? Because they were right in a row, so I'm not sure who it was for.
Ooh.
Let's see. Let me know. And then Diana said, do you have any messages for a grandpa who is a dad to him? I must have missed something. Or did you mean? Oh, sure. Back to the question before. Okay. We'll get to the readings in a few minutes. Hi, Heather. Okay, not me. A grandpa who raised him. Okay. We'll get to the readings in just a few minutes.
So Mandabelle said she experienced that before she passed.
Okay. And like Kathy said, their soul comes in and out, right? And also they'll sometimes talk to people who passed away 20 or 30 years ago, because when your soul starts to kind of come in and out, you're communicating with your loved ones in spirit, which is even more reason for the lights to flicker. My closet light went on and off over and over in the middle of the night. Okay. Yay. So just know that's her saying, hey, I'm here. It can be annoying, the electrical stuff, right? Because you're like,
we have one of our members of our spirit exchange that said, I think it was one of our members that had mentioned that her loved one would flicker the lights on and off, even in the middle of the night. And she's like, it gets a little like I have to get up and turn it.
Oh, that's right. And she got a remote or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, that's funny. Carol's in the house. Hello.
Catherine, hello.
Any other questions?
So
we had some relationship questions for Valentine's week.
So before we came on here, I kept hearing the name Jerry. It might be too early to connect because there's not too many people on here, but I felt like there was a gentleman in spirit named Jerry that wanted to connect with his wife. So we'll see. Just want to put that out there that I have a gentleman named Jerry here that wants to connect with his wife. And he also makes me feel April is significant and the number 5. So we'll see. We'll see when we go.
I'm sure as accurate as you are, we will get that answer tonight. Kristen said, is it normal to see our loved ones in our mind right as we're falling asleep?
Of course. I love that. And that's when we're most, right as we're getting to that stage of right before we go to sleep. It's like where we're most rested and we're about to, right? I also recommend while you're getting to that stage to think about a wonderful memory of your loved one. Think about every single detail of that memory, like what it smelled like, what it sounded like, how you felt. And then ask your loved one to come and visit you in your dream, okay? Because you're in that state, and as you're falling asleep, thinking of that wonderful memory in all the details. So that will also help to create that space for a visitation dream.
Absolutely. I think it's the alpha brain state. I could be wrong. I think it's the alpha. And my very first mediumship experience happened when I laid down to take a nap. And it was so, yes to all of that. Catherine said, would my husband be aware that Thursday is the 2-year anniversary of his passing? Yes, but there's no time in spirit, but they are aware of our time. And they do know what's going on. Kaylee said, do you guys believe that after a loved one passes that they come through pretty quickly? Yes, they can come through even prior to passing, like Kathy said earlier. Both my first 2 mediumship experiences happened the day the person passed. But oh, go ahead.
Oh, and I don't know about you, but when we have a session with somebody, we don't ask, oh, when did your loved one pass away? Right? So we have no idea when we're in a session how long ago or how soon, when your loved one passed away. So
exactly. And Kristen said, I'll try that.
Good.
And then Lexi, this is for you, Kathy, for sure. Can animals see spirits?
Of course, yes. Animals are so intuitive and so connected. And don't think of it as seeing with these eyes, okay? Think of it more as seeing intuitively with this third eye. So sensing the soul, sensing the spirit. And that's how mediums work. A lot of mediums don't actually see with these eyes spirit. It's here in this third eye. So it's the feeling, it's the energy. And that's how the majority that I know, that's how we work, right?
Right. Yeah. Most of what I see clairvoyantly is inside my head. Sometimes it's like a hologram that's inside and outside of my head, superimposed over this reality. Almost like if you've ever worn those VR goggles, but not as clear as that. Not nearly as clear as that. But it's the best way I can describe it. It's a very faint hologram, but it's not all the time. But yes, animals definitely. Yes. Hi, Lola. Hi, Innerlight Digital. That's my boy, Chris. He's going to be working on he's one of my students. He's working on his spirits were all lined up in an orderly fashion last night during our practice session. So I love that. So he's doing a great job. Very intuitive. He'll be a very good communicator. Love Base Wicca says, how does someone stay a spirit before they reincarnate?
So I would say we all have free will. We are souls here in this physical world, in this physical body, having a human experience. Now, we also have free will, whether or not we want to choose to come back here. But what I have experienced and what I have been told in readings is that it's a privilege to come back into this physical world because there's so many different things for us to experience. So we do have the free will to choose whether or not, this is from my understanding, from my readings and from my guides. You could have different opinions from different mediums and different people. But in my experience, that's how it is. We have free will to choose whether or not we want to come back into this physical life.
I do have a question, and Kaylee, I'll get to your question in a minute because I have a feeling your cousin's telling me something, but I have someone who was talking to me during a mediumship thing the other day, a one-on-one meeting, we'll say, and they were justifying something bad for themselves because they know they can just go and never come back. And I said, well, not really. I'm using code words because, you never know what's going to happen on here. But I said, so I'd like your opinion and anybody else in the chat who's a medium. I said, you're going to have to, you can't just get the easy way out, right? You can't just say, oh, I'm just going to get out of here and everything's going to be fine. That's not really how it works. I described it as being in sort of a Catholic limbo where you don't ever really progress and get closer to Source or God if you don't come back and learn the lesson you were meant to come here and learn. So that's how I explained it. And the person said, that's exactly what my Reiki master told me yesterday. I said, oh, okay. Well, that's good. I'm on the right track. So that was, I don't know if you have any opinions about that, Kathy.
No, I don't think so. I don't believe that things are black and white, right? I don't think that things are black and white, and I think they're always changing, evolving, growing, and I just know we have free will. That's my feeling. We have that free will. And maybe, we think, our soul thinks, you know what, I don't want to go back into. But maybe our guides are like, oh no, you really should. So then you have to think about it, right? So I don't think that things are black and white in this lifetime or in any lifetime. I think we have choices, and everything is always shifting and changing, right? Our energy is always shifting and changing.
Exactly. That's why yes and no questions are really, there's so many things happening around us that yes or no questions is like I can say yes, but tomorrow something could happen and it'd be a no. So
anything could change that trajectory depending on the decisions that we make in the moment.
Right. So anybody out there who wants yes or no questions, it's a coin toss every minute. It's can change. Everything's changing. Kaylee.
Can I answer this question from Crystal? Because she said, can animal spirits communicate with a medium? So a past pet communicating with you. Yes, I just want to say yes, 100%. I connect with animals on the other side all the time. They're some of the best communicators, right? Even though they can't speak technically here in this physical world, the communication that they share with us is telepathic. And that's how animal communicators communicate with animals here in the physical world, because it's through connecting telepathically. And that's when that third eye comes into play, right? So yes. Just know that your animals are safe, at peace, and they're always having fun. I've never said they're always enjoying themselves, surrounded by people, other animals. So just know that they are they're so alive. They're so alive, and I will also say they never judge us for making that decision for them. In fact, they always come through to thank us for making that decision.
And for those of you who don't know, Kathy's specialty is animal communication. So if you're looking for an animal communication, she's the one. She's the go-to for sure, and she's absolutely amazing at it. So yes, wonderful. Kaylee, yes, your cousin is perfectly fine and safe and at peace. We're a little behind on comments, but we'll get there. But did he, I don't know. I'm feeling sudden, unexpected, and something to do with he made choices he shouldn't have been making. So when I get down there, let me know. And just put cousin and then yes or no. Oh Lord, what did I do? Oh, she already said yes. Okay, I'll be with you in a minute, but I got to go through all these questions. Hi, Lorenda. Look what came for me today. This is from. All right, Chris is here. Oh, yay. Hi, Nadia. Love Base Wicca said, I also feel we not only reincarnate, but we also stay spirit in another timeline or live in other timelines simultaneously. 100% agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right. Like in this physical body, maybe 5% of our soul resides, right? The rest of our soul spread out across the dimensions in other lifetimes, 100%.
Yep. Our lifetimes, people say it's like a stack of paper. They're each one of the, or well, these are cards, but each card is a different lifetime, and they're all happening at the same time. But we can't perceive, we humans, we don't have the brain, we can't conceptualize that at all. We're just like, Instagram. UFOs. All right, let's see. Jane said, if we have a choice to come back, so we choose what kind of life also. Mm-hmm. Many aspects. So I describe it as an outline, like when you were in English class in like 5th grade or 8th grade or whatever, you were going to write a paper and you did an outline. I don't know how they do it now because computers, but you had to write A, B, C. What's the outline? So we write an outline, but to piggyback on what Kathy said earlier, we have free will. So we might write that outline and then our best friend might write their outline, but the best friend may have made some very different decisions than what was on their list. So there's some things we agree to experience, and some things we get affected by other people who had free will and may have not made the decisions they should have made, which is a whole other can of worms.
Right. Some people call that a soul contract, but I like to say a soul plan, right? Because a contract means you have to stick to this, and if you break it, something, there's a consequence. I would rather describe it as a soul plan because this is what we planned to do. And then because things are always evolving and changing, that there may be disruptions or changes to the plan. I don't know, it just seems less harsh.
Like in Pirates of the Caribbean, where they say they're more like guidelines.
Yeah.
They're more like guidelines.
And really, nothing is ever. Yeah, and nothing is ever black and white. There is nothing that is ever black and white. And I wish people here in the physical world would understand that, right? I think we'd all be better people if we understood that nothing is ever black and white.
And Kaylee said, do you believe that if we are so tired and ready to give up, that we have different exit points in life? This is similar to what I was talking about earlier.
Yep.
What do you say?
I mean, as harsh as it sounds, and it's not even harsh, but I want to say that, unaliving ourselves is an exit point. I believe that. That is an option that we have given ourselves, our soul, coming here. I do believe that it is an exit point.
Lorenda, who's also a medium for those of you watching, said, I've seen it in various ways in regards to karmic unaliving situations. So I believe, of course, if we have the ability to do that, it's an exit point. Yeah, I agree with that because we have the ability to do it. We are not promoting that or recommending that.
No.
Never. And it's okay that you ask so many questions. Kaylee, it's fine. We love the questions.
I don't know why I'm not getting the questions over here. I don't know, but thank you for answering.
Can't update anything anymore on here, so we're lucky to just be on here.
Every once in a while I see something.
Crystal said, thank you, love that. Lorenda said, oh, I love that she does animal communication. Yes, and she's so good at it. A bunch of comments just went zooming across. Oh, love the red. Thanking Lorenda for that because she sent me the video. Cousin, yes, absolutely. Okay, I'll get there, Kaylee. Loving this combo. Inner Light Digital. Most recently, 3 days ago, one of our precious angels who crossed came to visit. It was so amazing. Yeah, their puppy. Yep. Simultaneous multidimensional lives, Lorenda said. Kristen said, do either of you ladies read someone's past lives? I have not been trained to do that myself. Kathy, have you? No. Okay.
I have not, but I I can recommend some people. And I think, doesn't Lorenda do that?
Lorenda, say hi if you do, to Kristen. Jane said, thank you. Lorenda said, guidelines, LOL. More questions. Here they come. Free will, this is Liz, includes the ability to say no to staying hard as it means. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I know what you did last summer said. What does it mean when you can't contact someone on the other side? That is a great question. Have you ever had that experience?
I have not.
I have not either. I have not. I was hoping you would say that. I have never had it be impossible to contact somebody. If you are seeing a medium and they say they cannot contact somebody, my opinion is they either are having a bad day, which happens, they're sick, they have a headache, somebody yelled at them at the grocery store before the reading, anything's possible, or they're underdeveloped and they just need more training and more practice. And if that happens in a reading, ask for a referral to someone else, a redo, or a refund. Both Kathy and I do that. If there's something goes off kilter during a reading, we always do a redo, referral, or refund, which is what an ethical medium would do. Lexi said, do you have any advice or comfort for someone experiencing their first major loss?
I would say one, give yourself grace, one day at a time, one step at a time. There's no rush and there's no guideline to grieving, right? So you just have to breathe and know that everything will work out, everything will be okay. And it doesn't matter how long you grieve. Don't let people say or tell you you shouldn't be, or you should be this, you should be that. You know what? You're going through this. This is your journey, your experience. So take your time, and one step at a time, one day at a time. That's what I would say.
I agree. And Catherine, the same for Catherine, who asks, why does the second year anniversary seem to be hurting so much worse than the first? I would say everything Kathy just said. And sometimes the first year anniversary, we're still in a little bit of shock, or we've been keeping ourselves so busy that we haven't really grieved properly. And so maybe you're just now really starting to grieve. And like Kathy said, give yourself grace, give yourself time, find joy in the little things, because our loved ones in spirit, and this is for every single person listening, our loved ones in spirit do not want us to be miserable and suffer for the rest of our lives. That is not what they want for us. They don't want us to feel guilty for having joy just because they're not here physically. It's not, you're not to blame for that. You should still experience joy in your grandchild's eyes, or in the dew on a blade of grass that the sun is shining through, or a bird chirping outside your window, or you bought a new pair of shoes, whatever it is. They want you to be able to experience joy and not feel guilty. But you still have to go through the process of mourning.
And I will add that our loved ones in spirit understand that this is part of the human experience, that we have to experience this grief, and it's a journey, and they are there, guiding us and helping us. So look for the signs from them that they give you, and the, people they put in your path, places they put, things they put in your path, because they are there guiding you. Sometimes they'll guide you to either Peaceful Nik or I. It's interesting how people are brought together, and it's no coincidence. That's your loved ones orchestrating things for you.
100% agree. I'm going to answer this question, and then I want to give Kaylee a little mini reading, and then Mandabelle wants to ask about a reading. But the question is, do you ever get a bad energy from a past loved one? Never. I've never gotten that. I have gotten information from a past loved one that they did some bad things when they were here. But the soul itself is not a bad energy. That's my experience. Do you agree, Kathy?
100%. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. All right, so Kaylee, your cousin, um, Chris said energy can never die, only transform. Energy has to move. Yep, we are souls having a human experience.
Yes.
Um, okay, so Kaylee, your cousin. I don't know. Can I add another person?
I think so, right?
Kaylee, I'm gonna
I'll take
try.
it.
I'm gonna try to invite you on here. Let's see what happens. We don't know. Oh, that was fast.
There
Hi,
we go.
Kaylee. I think.
Hi.
Hi, I think I've talked to you on here before.
Yeah, you've read for my I don't know if it was my dad or mom. I can't quite remember. But yeah,
Okay.
you have.
Okay. Awesome. I recognize the name, Kaylee Maley. That's how I say it.
Yeah. That's how everybody says it, but it's Kaylee Mail.
Oh, okay. All right. Before I start, I just want to tell everybody who's watching that I have a special buy one, get one free reading right now, and I have mini readings all on my website. I'll link to my bio if anybody's interested. Um, and you can gift the free reading to somebody, or you can have a free reading later. So, just for everybody to know, and we have Spirit Exchange March 2nd, and Kathy has Helping Parents Heal March 6th. All your links are in your bio, right? Perfect. Okay, so your Kaylee, your cousin made me feel like he was in some way responsible for his passing, and it was quick and sudden. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, um, I have to be careful what I say because they keep suspending me on here.
I know. I already know what you're gonna. I know what you're gonna get at. What he used. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, something illegal, I'll say.
Yes. Yes.
Um, and he doesn't make me feel like it was on purpose, though.
No,
He
he. If I go ahead, I'll tell you about it after you're
he makes
done.
me feel like he just took too much by accident.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. Um, and he's talking about a kid. Did he have a kid?
He had multiple kids.
Oh, okay. Did he have one that maybe was particularly young that he would feel especially responsible for, or
Well,
no?
he had four children.
Uh-huh.
Um, he never really got to raise any of them or be their father. And he's always felt good about that. And I feel like, especially because he's had three boys and one daughter. And I think it's really the daughter, probably.
Okay. I was gonna say usually when they single one out, it's the okay. Um, is because now I feel like is somebody pregnant right now?
No, but this is funny. I've been told that I'm gonna be probably like by 30 different people that I'm gonna be pregnant within the next 6 months, and I'm probably gonna have a little girl.
Okay, okay. That's interesting. Like another validation for the same thing. Okay. All right. So is this little girl old enough to like talk?
Oh no, I haven't had the little girl.
No, no,
I just
no.
had a.
Your cousin's daughter. Your cousin's
Oh yeah,
daughter.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Um, if she's old enough and you feel like she can handle a message, just let her know her dad is safe and at peace. And now he's showing me angel wings. So I don't know if there's some association with an angel for her, or if he had, now he's having me draw an angel, or if he had some angel tattoo or wings tattoo or something like that. Do you understand an angel association?
I don't know. I got goosebumps really bad right now. Oh, I uh, I don't know if he could just be talking about all the family that we've lost up there. It could be his angels, you know what I mean, or speaking about because it was close. I mean, we were all really, really tight knit. Like he was more like a brother than a cousin to me, and my brother's up there with him. My mom and dad's up there with him. His dad's up there. Like, yeah, it's a lot.
But I feel like this is an actual tangible angel. So maybe find out if his daughter has some kind of angel figurine, or somebody got like an angel tattoo with your cousin's name, something angel.
Okay.
He's very specific about it.
Okay.
Um, I feel like it's a thing, not ethereal, but like an object here. And so
Okay.
just know and let his kids know, the ones, whoever you have communication with, he's safe and at peace. And God, he's driving me crazy with this angel. He will not let this angel go. So just
I think
there.
it's really, really hurting his mom the most.
Uh,
Um,
okay.
and I wish that I don't even know if she would believe in me to give her a message. Believe in her. Some people don't believe.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to get in contact, like trying to get a message from him for her, just
Okay.
so it's something that I know that I can tell her and her believe in it that he is okay.
Does he have a headstone or an urn with an angel
No,
on
they couldn't afford no, no.
it? Okay. Because there's an angel somewhere. So check with his mom, kind of bring it. You don't have to say you talk to a medium, but just kind of ask about angels, if she has an angel or anything, because he's relentless about it.
Okay.
And if she has an angel, or recently put an angel by his picture or something, a candle with an angel, something like that.
Yeah.
And just know that's him saying, I told you so, mom.
Oh,
So,
I'm about to cry.
so
Because
you know, because I've given you readings before and you've seen us do readings on here, you
yeah.
know this is real, and
Oh yeah.
he is there. And so for his children and everybody else, he's safe, he's at peace, and he's saying, some he's like, I'm still a troublemaker over here, but in a different way. He makes me feel like he's
Oh
he
yeah, he was trouble.
he makes me feel like he had leadership qualities, but he didn't use them to the best of his ability here.
Yeah, that would make sense, yes.
Like,
Because he used to do really good for himself and then he kind of just went downhill.
okay, yeah, because he makes me feel like he had very good leadership qualities, but he just kind of went astray. But he's like, over there, he's taking those innate leadership qualities he had and using them for good. But he makes me feel like he's pushing people there to be better and grow their soul. So he's
Oh,
really leading, but in a more positive way.
I
Like,
love that. I'm
his
definitely about to call
friends
my
would,
aunt.
I feel like his friends would have followed him off a cliff.
Oh yeah.
That's
It's a lot of family and friends up there with him right now. A lot.
okay. Okay.
There's a lot. So yeah, the ones and the ones that he had before he, passed away, he had very few and far in between because everybody was just thinking it was just because his I don't want to say the word his use, they
Hmm.
kind of like step back from him.
Yeah.
And so, but the people that are up there with him now, like his dad, my brother, his cousins, his best friend is up there. Like, there's a lot of people up there that my mom, my dad, all family and friends, so that have him.
Okay.
So,
So just know they're together, they're safe, and they're at peace. And if you find out from his mom or his daughter about this angel, please send me a message or an email, because he's driving me crazy.
oh, I'm about to call her right now. I literally am. I'm getting off here. I'm gonna Facebook call her and ask her about that, and then if she does, I'll message you.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Thank
Um,
you. I'll see you later.
thank you guys. Bye.
Bye. You're muted. Okay. You're back. Okay.
I'm like, if you would like a mini reading, put an email in the chat. And I really did type emoji, but it changed it to email. I do not want your email address. Put an
I can't even
emoji.
type on the chat.
Oh,
I can't even type anything at
yeah.
all.
So I was saying, because I didn't know if you were going to have time to do questions or readings or what. So, but I do want to talk about, because, so I know that I have a gentleman named Jerry that wants to connect here. And he does make me feel like this is for his wife. So if I don't have anyone that has a husband in spirit named Jerry, he is here and he was very impatient during that last reading. So I know his personality would have been very impatient. He also makes me feel like April is connected to him. Well, I saw 45 and then I heard April and then the number 5. So I don't know if anyone's on here that can understand Jerry in spirit. And he's also showing me like dealing cards, so he must have liked to play cards or gamble. So I don't know if there's anyone here that that understands this, but when you were talking, I just kept hearing, he was like so impatient, like, come on, come on, come on.
And
So
it's frustrating when they're so impatient, and then you're like waiting for the comments to load, and you're like, and they're like da, 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 driving you crazy, and you're like, you gotta wait, you gotta wait.
That's okay. I'm gonna leave him here. She could have popped on, could have popped off. Oh, but I know that. Okay, so let's see what emojis we
Jane
have.
said, "My dad and brother are Jerry's."
Would they be very impatient, Jane? And would you understand the month of April? Well, they're both Jerry's. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's double trouble.
I'll just wait for it to.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, do you understand? Impatient? Yeah. Let's bring her on.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. All right, so her name's not on the list. So Jane, request to join if you can. There should be a button down at the bottom somewhere. A little people button or something. And I'll approve it.
Yeah, because my little multicast thing isn't lit up.
Jane, accept.
Hi, Jane. Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
And
Okay. So, do you understand April being connected to either of these Jerrys?
yes.
Okay. And what about the number 5?
Not really sure about that one.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure, because I saw 45, but then I heard like April 5th. So, but I know April is connected. Is it connected to both of them?
No, my brother.
Okay. All right. And do you understand your brother being very impatient?
I'm not sure about that because I only met him twice.
This is so crazy because we connected with your sister that you recently just met. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
Okay. He does make me feel like he's very impatient, like he needed to get a message to you. I need to get a message. I need to get a message. Is he married? Is that why he wanted me to connect with a wife?
Yes, he was.
Okay. Okay. But she's still here in the physical world, I feel. Do you understand that?
As far as I know, yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Because it's like, it just makes me feel like I need to like apologize and I need to get this message out. I need to get this like feeling of like I'm sorry. And it just makes me feel like he was a bit all over the place in his life, and I'm not sure if you know this or not about him, but he was just a bit all over in his life, and he made a lot of interesting decisions, is what he says. So do you know a lot about like the decisions or how he lived his life?
As far as I know, he was indecisive, just from what I've been told.
Okay. He does make me feel like he told you a lot of stories. So do you understand sitting with him and listening to his stories?
I sat with him twice, and he did tell me a couple of stories, yes.
But he makes me feel like these were stories. So it's almost like there could be some questions. Like he makes me feel like maybe he embellished a little. Like you had some questions like, I don't know. this real, like, he just makes me feel like they were stories. So do you have some indecisiveness with those stories that he told you?
I really don't know.
Okay. All right. I want him to give me something that you can validate, right? We need something that you can validate, okay? He does make me feel, did he give you a book? He's showing me a book.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. No. Don't be sorry. No. Don't be sorry.
Can he give you a nickname?
I don't know. Let's see. Well, when you said, see, I'm saying Jerry, but he does make me feel like there's like a Gerald or something. So did he have like a longer name than Jerry?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. So this, we could be piggybacking, or there could be somebody else on the call that this could be connected to. I said call. I mean, this live. Oh, he's not letting go of this book. Okay. Were you just reading a book?
Yes.
Okay. So he's showing me a book. Okay. And does that book have his name on it or something? I don't know. There's a connection between him and this book.
Not to my knowledge. I did write a poem for him at his service.
And is that in a book? I don't know. He's just not letting me. And I don't want to make it fit, Jane. I don't want to make it fit.
I have it in a folder.
No, he's just really referencing a book. He's showing me a book.
Yeah.
Being with you and this book.
No, I'm sorry.
No. Don't be sorry. So, let me just say this from him. I want you, because he's not giving this up, to hang on to this. Because he makes me feel like you're going to be guided to pick up a book, and it's going to have his name. And you said he had a nickname? So
yes.
I don't want to know the nickname. I don't want to know anything else. But he does make me feel like we're going to see this book, and it's going to be like, there's no question about why you pick up this book, okay? So just hang on to that. Sometimes the best evidence from a reading comes after the fact, right? After the fact.
Right.
So hang on to that, and please let us know
I
about
will.
that. Okay, thank you so much, Jane.
Thank you, guys. I love you so much.
We love you.
You're welcome.
We love you. Now, neither of us know how to get you off the call, so.
Oh, there you go. But I just want to put this out there that, I mean, sometimes this happens where we have multiple connections. So if there is a wife here that has a husband in spirit named Jerry, and you connect with April, I just want to say that he is also coming through. And I just have to say that he's very impatient. So maybe we'll see this. They'll see this on the replay.
Yeah.
I have to say, I can't let it go.
Yeah, I love it when spirit, it's like that angel from the last reading. I know it means something because he was relentless. All right. So Mandabelle had a question about what signs her mom gives her. So I'm going to invite her on here.
Woohoo.
Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So as far as signs, you can ask for a specific sign, and you will know when you see a sign. If you think of your mom, it could be a song, it could be a picture on social media, it could be a commercial, it could be a word somebody says, it could be a smell. As soon as whatever this is, and you think of her immediately and it's consistent and it's the same, that's the sign from her.
Okay.
So I don't like to assign signs to people because free will, right? And they're going to show you what they want to show you. Now, sometimes in a reading, they'll tell me and they'll say, I show a blue jay to my loved one. And then I'll tell the loved one. But I don't like to say, this is the sign unless spirit tells me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. I think that's kind of what I was hoping for is like, if you could validate what I think it is, that sort of thing.
I want to just say that because when I read your question, what's your sign from your mom? I saw someone smoking. So I don't know if you know somebody that smokes or your mom smoked or you're smelling smoke.
No.
Okay. Do you know somebody who's like vaping and shouldn't be right now?
Oh. That was probably from now and then I do, but I haven't for quite a few months. But I always thought, oh God, she
Okay.
wouldn't be liking this.
Yeah, that's why she's bringing it up. She's like, there's nasty metals in there. Don't
Oh
do
my
that.
God, how funny.
She's like, it's burning your lungs. It's giving you, so don't do that anymore.
So random.
Well, and they bring through random stuff, right? Because I was talking to someone the other day and they were asking me about my readings and they said, are all your readings the same? Do you give the same information? And it kind of struck me as odd that they would ask me that. I'm like, no, every reading is very different. It's very different. Every reading's very different. And they do say odd little things that are meaningful. So you were already thinking about, I shouldn't be doing this. My mom wouldn't like that. And that's the first thing she brought up.
Wow, that's very neat. Yeah, I lost her 2 years ago now, so it's been huge struggle. Is there anything that you can get from her?
I'm going to keep connecting. Just don't tell
Thank
me
you.
anything else. She's making me feel of she kind of like moved energy through my chest area and made me feel like heavy on my chest, but then she kind of released it. So I don't know if she had something in her chest area that affected her or if this is just her moving her emotions through me, which happens sometimes. Did she have anything wrong in her chest, lungs, heart, breasts?
No.
Okay, then that was just emotions because usually when it's something like that, it stays and that's just kind of moved through. Okay. And did she have, or maybe you had, a lap dog? She's saying lap dog and she showed me a dog on the lap.
Oh yeah.
Was this her dog?
No, that would be me.
Okay. Do you have a dog in spirit?
I have 3 of them, yes.
Okay. Because she wants you to know she's with the dog or dogs, I guess, plural. And that your dogs were so like important to you. It wasn't just like a pet that you just threw out in the backyard and didn't think about all day. This was like super part of your family, like really you were close, especially to the one dog. She's made me feel like the one dog was very special. Does it
Yes.
make sense? Okay. Do you have the ashes of this dog?
Oh yes.
Okay, she's showing me the ashes and then she's showing me a necklace, which is my symbol for you have cremains in something aside from an urn.
For my dogs, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pardon?
Yes, for my dogs, I
Okay.
do.
Yeah. Because she's like, she makes me feel like you could talk to the dogs easier than to her.
Oh.
I don't know if maybe as you got older, that was your companion that you could share things with, felt comfortable with. Was she sometimes pretty strict?
No, I wouldn't say strict. strict. I was kind of a handful.
Oh, because she makes me feel like she wasn't afraid to say things, say the hard things to you. She wasn't afraid to say the hard things to you.
Right.
So, okay, those two, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And she said, she's like, I know it's hard, but you're handling it as well as can be expected, and don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be putting yourself down. Don't be thinking that you're not doing. No. She said, don't ever think you're not good enough. That what you're doing is not good enough. You're doing what you're doing when you can do it in the way that's right in this moment. And then she said, you are where you are. Clearly, you are where you are.
That just gave me chills.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So she's like, just be where you are, be who you are, and it's okay. You're going to go through this journey in your way, and don't let anybody tell you any other way to do it.
That sounds like her. Yep.
Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. So this is your validation to know that she is watching over you. She knows what's going on with you, and she's showing me the dogs are running around. Did she have dogs too, though?
She did, yeah.
Okay, because I feel like they're running around in a circle around her. Like,
so all the dogs are with her. Yeah.
I see 5 dogs. I see the number 5, and I see dogs running in a circle. So I don't know if there's a total of 5. Or
wow, yeah. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So she's safe. The dogs are safe. Everybody's happy, and you are where you are. And I love that. That's a beautiful message.
Too. Thank you so much. That's perfect. Sounds like her.
You are so welcome, and sending you love from your mom and all the dogs and all the other loved ones in spirit. So,
thank you.
You are so welcome. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
So amazing, Nik. So awesome. Yeah, I'm not sure how to.
I don't know how to get out. Sorry.
Either. Since we can't update anything, everything's kind of. I don't know.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
It's so crazy. I can disconnect, but I can't add people.
Who knows? I'm happy we're here.
Yeah.
We're gonna work it out.
Oh, okay. Let me just take a moment. That was amazing. Moment to connect. And I have to ask Jerry to get out of my space because he's like hanging out here.
Do you want me to go back and look?
That's okay. I'm sure if there was somebody here for him, they would have popped in.
Can I answer a question while you're connecting?
Yes.
Kendra said, is there such a thing as it being too soon to try to connect? No, we can connect immediately, but, oh, you already answered that. I didn't see your answer, sorry. But if you're traumatized, you may want to wait 3 or 6 months. Okay. That's almost it.
Well, and that's really just if you feel like you're heavy in grief. Sometimes it makes the connection a little bit harder just because you don't have that capacity or that room or that space in your brain to allow spirit to come in because it's so full. And when we connect, we really have to be able to put aside our ego and our stuff, our humanness, to allow for spirit to come through.
Yeah.
So it can be a little bit difficult when we're really heavy in grief to be able to connect. But there really is no time frame. And like I said before, like when you come to see a medium, especially one of us, we don't ever ask you,
right?
Oh, how long ago did your loved one pass away?
And that's a good point. When people book on our website, we don't know who you can use a fake name, a fake email. The less I know, the better. I don't want to know anything.
I don't even ask for a last name.
Yeah, I don't need to know a last name. It's not mandatory. You can give me a fake name, say, Betty and whatever. It doesn't matter. The less I know, the better for me. Because when we know stuff, like if somebody types in a memo, blah, 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 I'm like, no, don't tell me anything. Because then I get in my head about it and I'm like, oh, gotta erase it all. Anyway, do you want me to read some of these comments? Can you see any of them? You can't see any of them?
I read that one when you were giving that reading about what she asked about the time.
Okay.
But I can't see anything.
Some of them are asking to connect with certain people, so I don't know if you want me to say that or if you want me not to say anything.
No, I don't want to know.
Okay, all right, then I won't read any of them.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So let me just see here if Spirit wants me to go. I got to get back into the Spirit wants me to go. Somebody here wants to connect with their dad, I'm hearing. Okay. Dad for daughter. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So I am connecting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring through some pieces of information. If you can understand, you have to understand 90, 95, or 100% of the information that I'm bringing through. If you understand all of the information, or 90, 95, or 100%, type yes in all caps in the chat. Peaceful Nik will help me with this. But you really have to understand most of the information because Spirit's pretty good at giving us, specific information. And we don't ever want to make it fit. So I do know that I am connecting with a father in spirit that is wanting to connect with his daughter. So we know that. He also makes me feel like he was very funny because he's making me feel like he laughed a lot. He told jokes a lot. He also does make me feel like he was very regimented. So this could also mean he had like a very set way of doing things. And a lot of times that is also my symbol for police, fire, or military because those occupations are also very regimented. So I know that he would have been very regimented and could also be police, fire, or military. He also makes me feel that he lived a fascinating life. He's just making me feel like he had many experiences. So do I have anybody yet here? He's just making me feel like I have a fascinating, because he could tell stories. He's just making me feel like I could tell stories after story.
Kayla has 90% other than police, military, etc. And Carolyn says yes. And Miss Iannelli says 90, maybe 95. So Carolyn is at 100%. So I have Kayla S, Carolyn, and Miss Iannelli.
Does anyone understand 100%?
I'll let you know.
And also, I do feel like I have to say my baby girl. So when they say baby girl, it's either you're the youngest girl or the only girl.
And Sabrina said yes, past military, but loved it.
So I need you to understand all of this information, or 95% of this information. I have a father in spirit who's coming through for his daughter. He does make me feel like he had a wonderful sense of humor. He liked to tell jokes because he's making me laugh. He's also very regimented. So he also liked to do things, even the way he talks is like very regimented. So that also kind of coincides for me with police, fire, or military. Also, he does make me feel like baby girl, which is my sign for the only girl or the youngest.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Okay.
So Sabrina, does that mean 100%? And Carolyn said yes, but okay.
I know that's a problem with.
And then Carolyn said dad, military, police officer, tough.
Can I bring Carolyn on? Is she here? If she can.
I think this is the right Carolyn. Yeah. Let it
Hi, Carolyn. Can you hear me?
Hello. I don't
You have a lot of background. Oh, you have a lot of background noise.
Is it still? Do you still hear it?
Okay, that's
Good.
good.
Okay. Yes. My father was your typical Catholic Irish police officer. Very, very, very regimented. Oh, don't say anything? Okay, all right. Sorry.
I just want to know, are you the youngest or the only daughter?
The only daughter.
Okay, thank you. So he would call you my baby girl?
He would
Or
say
you would
baby
be
girl.
the baby girl?
Baby girl.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And did he always talk about all the different experiences he's had in life? He's just showing me like all these different like experiences.
Yes. Most of the stories were after he retired from the police force. I guess he was more relaxed and he used to sit for hours and tell us military stories, his policing stories.
Thank you. Did he also have a really good quick wit and a good sense of humor? Because he just makes you feel like I got a sharp tongue and a quick wit.
Very dry sense of humor. Yes.
Yep. Thank you.
Definitely.
And you have and do you have a cross for him? He's showing me like a cross.
Yes, it's a Celtic cross.
Okay, perfect. But that's for him, he says. That's mine. So either it was his or you got
That's it.
that
Yes,
for
it was
him.
his.
It's his. Okay, thank you.
Yes, and it was left to me. Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Right, these are just ways that they validate that we've made the right connection and that he's with us. Okay, he wants to say thank you because his transition was. He does make me feel like his transition was prolonged. So he had an illness for quite some time. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. But he wants to say thank you because you were there to help. So did you also help your mother with him?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Thank you. Because he's just making me feel like he has to say thank you for this help. Okay. Because it's almost like he didn't get to say thank you before he transitioned. So this is kind of a message that you need to hear right now. Do you understand?
Yep.
Was he
I
unable
understand.
to say you? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, take a
He
breath. It's okay.
no, he was able to sit for hours and tell stories, but he was never able to express his feelings or how he felt or any yes. Yep, that's him.
Yeah. So he's just wanting you to know thank you. Thank you. Okay. And also for helping your mother because she was very weak or very, like it was hard for her. So
My
he's
mother
saying
was
thank you.
yes, my mother wasn't well either at the time, and she didn't have the strength to deal with a lot.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So he's saying thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Also, do you have a son? Did you name your son after him?
His middle name. He took his middle name.
He's just acknowledging that, that's his grandson, and he's very proud that he has his name, and the name kind of carries on. So he's just saying thank you for that, and he acknowledges that, and he loves that. He has a lot of pride for his family. He's saying, I have a lot of pride for my family. Like, family is everything, and you carry on that same tradition, and if he could teach you anything, that's what he would have taught you, right? His family.
Yes,
Love of
tradition.
family.
Yes, tradition was very, very, very a part of our lives. Dinner, sitting at dinner at night, holidays. His favorite was St. Patrick's Day because my one son was named Patrick, my other son, and my mom was Italian. So we always celebrated an Irish dinner on St. Patrick's Day.
And you know St. Patrick's Day is coming up, so he'd like you to give him a cheers, because he did like beer. He's saying he did like beer.
Oh yes, he most certainly did, and some.
Yeah. A good whiskey, right? A good whiskey.
More Scotch. He was a Scotch man.
Right. So I want to leave you this message, okay? He hears you when you pray to him, so he understands and knows when you pray to him.
Yes.
So he's acknowledging that he hears you, and he receives your prayers, receives your thoughts, and he is okay. So he's also making you feel like he can breathe easy. So he must have had something going on with his lungs or heart, and he's needing you to know that he can breathe easy.
Yes.
So there's no suffering, and
He suffered from 30 years of drinking. He suffered. And it was his illnesses were due to his alcoholism. And I tell him all the time, I forgive him for everything. I forgive him because what tortured his mind, I forgive him.
So right, because what he saw in his.
I'm sorry.
So know that he is with you. His soul is at peace, and he's very much appreciative and grateful and thankful for you. So just know that he loves you very much.
And tell him you can't have my mom yet. She just turned 91 and she's still going strong. You can't have her yet.
He'll be waiting. He's not ready for that.
I'm sure he will. Good. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good night, ladies.
Good night.
Good night.
You're welcome.
Okay, that was amazing. That was awesome. Everyone, let's tell everything we have coming up. I'm getting sleepy. East Coast time. I have buy one, get one free readings for 30 and 45-minute readings. I also have mini readings. All my links are in my bio. I have a link tree there. You can go straight to my website. You can email me through my website. You can get my free guide to finding your spirit guide. Go straight to your email. It's totally free. We have the Spirit Exchange March 2nd, which is a 90-minute gallery with Kathy and myself. It's only $25. And we give away free prizes, and it's capped at 25 people. I think there's only 5 spaces left available. And then what do you have coming up, Kathy? Aside from awesome one-on-one readings.
Well, I actually, I know you're tired, but I feel like I have to do one more.
Okay.
The Spirit's like not letting me, like, you're like, talk about, they're like, no, you're not done.
Totally.
So if you need to go, otherwise, are you able to hang out to this? Okay. Because I just feel like there's a lot of energy around, and there's a lot of people hurting today. For some, I don't know if today seems like a day where there is, today is a day where it's a transition day. So I feel like whoever I need to talk to today is either a transition day or a birthday, because there's a lot of energy surrounded on this day, this date.
And tomorrow's full moon on top of it.
Oh. So, does anyone here have somebody that transitioned today on February 11th? Because I'm just feeling this this day. Okay, thank you. And I do feel like it's a male energy. Okay, thank you. And I actually feel like this is somebody's son. Okay.
Mm.
Did you say something,
Yeah,
Nicole?
but it's not somebody's son.
Okay.
But it is their day. Oh.
Okay.
But
I do feel like this male energy, and I do feel a sun energy.
there is a son whose birthday is today. And
is he in spirit?
Diana, is he in spirit or is he still here?
No, because I do feel like there's a male energy here. Today is a special day, or it's especially heavy today because it's either feel like a transition day, but a transition day is actually could be a birthday for them because they're going back home.
He is in spirit.
But let me keep going. Okay. So I do feel like I have a male energy, a sun energy. Today is a significant day, February 11th. Right? Today is the 11th. Yeah. I also feel like 1111 is very prominent and significant to you as far as signs, because you just happen to draw 1111. I also feel like I say my transition, but he's making me feel his transition was very sudden and unexpected. And he just makes me feel like this was like an accident. Okay? Sudden, unexpected, and some kind of an accident. And this could even be like 11 years ago, or there's a lot of connection to 11. So 1111 or 11.
Okay, I have a couple of different things. Diana's saying yes, so it's his birthday, and the 11s make sense. But then I have another person whose brother's funeral was today and said he passed at 11:11. And Diana said hit by a bus.
And what?
The son, the one with the son whose birthday is today, was hit by a bus.
So this was an accident. Okay. And then was the 1111 brother, was this an accident as well?
I'm waiting.
Because sometimes they do this where they come together and kind of come in together to reach both of their loved ones. Because they work together in spirit to get messages across. So
I'm waiting.
Okay. So we have
What did you ask? What was the question?
So I just wanted to know from the brother, whoever has the brother in spirit with the 1111, was this an accident?
No, but it was a quick passing.
So it was a sudden. Okay. Was it? So I would sudden. So what I want to say when they give me sudden, unexpected, it's never like a prolonged medical condition or a disease. So it would be like, we didn't expect this. Is this Diana from before?
Diana's the one with the son. Kimmy's the one with the brother.
Okay.
Don't you love it when they piggyback?
I don't mind it. I just want to make sure that I'm giving the right information to the right person. And, they come in together because they have a message that they want to give. And so for Mom, I feel this deep connection that I want to say lives on, okay? It lives on, Mom. It lives on Mom, and he's saying thank you because so I'm talking to Mom. He is wanting me to say thank you for honoring him, and he's showing me his name in like a plaque or something. So I know that we honor him, or he is honored. And this could be a certificate or a plaque, but he's showing me his name, honored. And he's very honored by this because he was a very modest person. He had a very modest personality. So do you understand that?
Do you want me to bring her on camera?
I want to connect with Kimmy too.
Oh, okay.
It's the one with the brother, correct?
Okay, yeah. But she said I look after him like a son.
Okay. Yep. So I want to connect with both of them. So Diana, I want to know, do you honor him with a plaque with his name? And this could also go for Kimmy as well. Like, do you honor him with a plaque because he's showing me like his name? And they both make me feel like they're very humble. So this would be very like, wow, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay.
Kimmy said we have his name in lights.
Oh, okay. And is it like in a box? I don't know. I don't know why it just shows me a box. Yes, it could be postcards. I see that postcards. That's an interesting writing. I like that.
Yeah, I don't know how we do that.
I don't know how you do that. You just posted a heavenly birthday today. Okay. And with
yes.
Have his pardon?
He said yes, framed.
Okay, perfect. Yep, because like I have my page. I don't know if you can see, but I have my page divided, and yep. They both have me draw the same thing. So beautiful. Both of you need this message today, right? Both of you need this message. But Mom, I need you to know, right? And my sister, that I hear you, okay? And pay attention to, they say I hear you, but they both make me feel that you hear them. So please pay attention to those subtle words that you hear or sounds that you hear that sound like them, or if you hear Mom in your ear, because that's them getting your attention. They also, does the number 29, I just got the number 29. I know we already talked about 11 and 11, but also 29. I just heard the number 29.
He said, yes, I do to your last comment.
The hearing, okay. Hearing or talking to, just pay attention to that.
Her mom's door number, 29.
Pardon?
Her mom's door number, 29.
Okay. 29 is significant. Also, they're showing me like dragonflies as another way to get your attention. Okay, so Diana doesn't understand 29. Diana, this could also be, so February 2nd. I'm just going to put that out there. It could be February 2nd, but, and then dragonflies is another sign. So if you haven't seen dragonflies yet, please watch out for those dragonflies because they do both make me feel like that is another sign from them. Just letting you know that they are okay and at peace.
Yes, Kimmy said yes to dragonflies.
I think they both could be similar in ages too. Or they're just helping each other to kind of come through. So maybe have you not heard from them before in a reading? It's like they're helping each other like come through. Okay. And I don't want to keep Peaceful Nik any longer. So I just want to say,
I'm here for spirit.
They are.
Kimmy's the one whose brother just passed Thursday and the funeral was today.
Oh, My goodness. See, and did she ask about how long it takes for?
Yeah.
I know we had that question.
Yeah.
Before.
Yep.
Oh. See? Okay. So, Jane, pay attention to dragonflies. I know you say no, but pay attention for dragonflies. If not, it could be a butterfly, but I feel like it's a dragonfly. And then they're both making me feel like they liked music because they're making me draw a microphone. So it's almost like they're singing to you. So pay attention to the music that you hear and the songs that remind you of them. And I don't know if they liked karaoke or if they sang, but they're both drawing a microphone, making me feel like singing and music was important. So just know that our loved ones in spirit are
Yes.
okay, more than okay.
Karaoke.
Oh. So just know that they're okay, they're together, and look, they're working together to bring through messages, right? So Jane's son is helping your brother come through and give you these messages. So how wonderful that is, and how loving that is that, they work together to bring through messages for their loved ones. So I always like to remind people when we do these readings that all of your loved ones are here. Even if you don't get a direct reading, they're all here, and they're all helping each other come through and deliver these messages to let you know that life continues after this physical life. So yeah. Thank you, and thank you to Jane's son.
I think it was Diana.
Pardon?
It was Diana's son.
Oh, thank you to Diana's son for coming through and helping to bring Kimmy's brother through, especially in this hard time. So awesome. I love how they work together.
Amazing. And sometimes when we do readings, you might have 10 people in spirit you want to talk to, but one person's going to push their way to the front. May not be the one that's on your top priority list, but that's the one that gets through, so.
And they work together, they work together and help each other.
Especially in a situation like this, where we're live, there's a bunch of people on here, they're coming in, they want to get as many messages to as many people as possible. For sure.
So cool. Oh, so cool. Oh, thank you, Peaceful Nik, for sticking around and helping out. It's like they just kept being like, one more.
Well, I'm a night owl, but my husband gets up extremely early for work, and so I like to be respectful of his sleep pattern. So I like to not interrupt him at 3 a.m. and wake him up. So I try to do the right thing sometimes. Angelina said, "Are you going to continue your live on your page?"
Oh no, I'm done.
But I will be live tomorrow night at 8. I'm sure me and Kathy will on YouTube. I'll be live. Me and Kathy, I'm sure, will be live at some point later in the week or weekend.
Well, I am booked tomorrow night, Thursday night, and Friday. One of our dear friends is having a big surgery, so I'm not sure I'll be around Friday or Saturday or Sunday.
Okay.
But yes, follow Peaceful Nik. She'll be live tomorrow
on YouTube at Peaceful Nik. Follow. Yay. Thank you, Kathy. Wonderful readings as always. Thank you, everybody. All of our loved ones who are here, who regularly visit us, and everyone new who's joining us. And we love you, and we just are trying to spread a little more love and peace into the world because we need it. Yep.
Yes, we do.
Thank you, everyone. Good night. Love you all. Bye.